what's the fastest way to judge how big somebody thinks today? It's their level of urgency to execute and do something. Let me give you 4 stories here. One story is an interaction I had with Mayor Suarez from Miami. The other one is an F-15 pilot. The other one is a lawyer from the president, like president's lawyer. And last one is the owner of a publishing house that I want to buy today. Each of them reacted in a different way, but all of them are going to give you insight on how big that person thinks today. By the way, if you get value from this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Today's sponsor is Aura. What Aura does is protect you against identity theft, which today it is the fastest growing crime in all of America. Just last year, 1.5 million Americans experienced identity theft for you know how much money? Ready? Not 1 billion, not 5 billion, not 10 billion, $52 billion just last year. Every 14 seconds, somebody's identity is stolen, which means during this video, 4 to 5 people's identity will be stolen. And the reason why this is important to me is I've been in the financial industry for a long time, insurance, finance. We spend a lot of money every year to protect against cybersecurity attacks. Just a fun fact, one of our employees, Aaron, went on their website and he tested to see how many times his identity had been stolen, his password, over 40 times on the dark web. You may want to find out how many times your identity has been stolen. So if you want to protect yourself from the fastest growing crime in America, visit aura.com/valuetainment to start your 14-day trial. One more time, Aura, AURA.com/valuetainment to start your 14-day free trial with Aura. Try Aura free for 2 weeks to find out if any of your personal information or your family's personal information has been compromised. So last week I'm driving. I'm coming back from Miami. I get a message, Mayor Suarez, hey Pat, love your content, want to get you to the City Hall to get you on the podcast. No problem. I said, let's have our assistants talk to each other so we can figure out a date so they can match your calendar with mine. What's your assistant's number? I send it to him. Karina, here's a phone number. I'm driving. I don't hear back from him. I send that message real quick while I'm driving, full disclaimer. I send that message, I'm still driving, talking to my wife. All of a sudden, my assistant in the back answers the phone. Hi. Says, yes, this is Rosie. Oh, hey, Rosie. Hey, I'd like to schedule time on the behalf of the mayor, blah, 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 blah. When I tell you the difference, my wife said seconds, maybe 10 seconds. I'm like, what? They communicated, got a date in the calendar. You know what's the first thing I thought about? This guy works like I roll, he works fast. Of course he's a winner, because only winners move that quickly when they say they're gonna do something. That was a Friday. He could have said, we'll follow up on Monday. Nope, like this. He wants to run at the next level, maybe he's got a shot because of how quickly he gets things done. So that's the first story. Let me tell you the second story. Second story is a publishing house I want to buy. They have a niche, I won't tell you the name, you know who it is, but it's a niche. I want to make an offer to buy this company. I get a hold of the CEO and the founder. I send a message to this guy. I say, hey, I'd like to talk to you to see what the vision is. Oh my God, yeah, no problem, let's get him going. I said, what's your number? He sends me the number. Sends me the number. I call him immediately. He doesn't pick up. I send a message back. Hey, just called you. Do you have a few minutes to jump on a call? He responds back and he says to me, yeah, today and tomorrow, very, very busy. How about we do after New Year's? You guys, do you realize how crazy that is to me for somebody to say, they're not massive, like they need more business. Let's follow up after New Year's. You know, first thing I thought about? That's probably the culture of the company. Later, not a now mentality, which is another reason why I'd love to buy the company. Because with a now mentality, imagine what we could do. I'll tell you the third story. I'm talking to a fighter pilot. This fighter pilot, F-15 fighter pilot, him and I are having a conversation together. I met him 17 years ago. Then I met him again at an event. We were both speaking. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Didn't I hear you speak 17 years ago? Yes, boom. Anyways, he messages me, comes in, brings a gift. It's up there somewhere. He gave me a nice little helmet for a pilot. And we're talking. I said, so where are you at right now? What phase are you? He said, well, I'm kind of going through this decision I got to make right now. So you got to make that decision? Yes. I'm like, man, this is a tough time because I'm running a BPW, business planning workshop. 12 hours I'm speaking, maybe more is what I'm speaking at that the following day. And I say, I got podcasts, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got a board call, I got a board. Tomorrow night, what do you got going on? Nothing. Come to the house. He comes to the house tomorrow night. Yes, drives up. We come to the house, him and his partner. We're together till 9 o'clock at night. Then I send one of my guys to show him the other studio. We stay there, we talk. Deal is being broken right there, whether we can do something or not. I made my offer. I can't really do anything except these offers. Guess what? He came the next day. Okay, cool. He knows how I work. We don't have time to wait till next week. Let's go. That night, while I'm meeting with him, I get another call from a lawyer, from a president. We got a handful of living presidents. You can pick and choose who this lawyer is, from which president. He calls. Hey, I got your number from this person. I've seen your stuff. I said, what do you got going on right now? He says, I'm in Boca right now. I'm doing a meeting. I said, why don't you come over right now? So you want me to come over right now? So why don't you come over right now? I'm sizing him up to see how he works. I'm busy, he's busy. He says, I haven't eaten anything. I said, don't worry about it. I'll get you food. What kind of food you like? Sushi, toro, salmon belly? Yeah, no problem. I got you ready. Come on down. He drives in. Get him caviar, get him this, get him that. I cook. I put it together for him, present it for him. He sits there. One meeting leaves. He stays there. Him and I are together till 11 o'clock at night talking. That night, I got 2 other calls I got to make. Then I get up to go to the office to spend 12 hours with 1,000-something people that were watching this. 5,000 people were probably watching it, but 1,000 people that registered for this. And we did a business planning workshop that night. Then, the next day, I'm on a trip to take 36 people to go watch the Messi, tournament with Mbappe. We shut down the Flemings, and then right after Flemings, in what city were we in? Tampa. We go to the biggest suite in Tampa. We watch Joe Burrow play Tom Brady. Joe Burrow comes back and wins. Then we get on the flight with the family, come back. Then the next day, 7 o'clock in the morning, I go to Dallas to have a meeting to make a promotion. Then I come back. This is the schedule of somebody that's got a big vision. So you get to gauge somebody that's on it, going, versus somebody that says, yeah, how about after New Year's? Yeah, how about after this? By the way, 2.5 years, COVID happens. Whatever you want to give it, March of 2020. It's been 2.5 years, whatever the timeline is. Do you know everybody in the private equity space when I would talk to, let's do a Zoom. Our company doesn't allow us to do COVID this, COVID that. Do you know what's the one guy that wasn't doing that? The big name? His name is David Solomon. You know what company he runs? Goldman Sachs. You know how many deals he picked up at everybody else was being kicking back, being casual? He led from the front. No wonder he's a lead dog and people follow his lead. Because he is urgent. Going, and still finds time to spend time with his family and his kids on Thanksgiving and all the other fun stuff that he does. And he's still a DJ, by the way. How crazy is that? Runs the most powerful financial firm in the world that everybody from that company, pretty much the next step for them is to work under a president, and he's a DJ. Insane or what? So, question for you. Which camp are you part of? Yeah, let's talk after New Year's. Or are you part of, what do you got? Let's get, you want to talk on something? Let's get on the phone. Okay, yes, no, maybe. What about this? What about that? Which camp are you part of? I can tell you how big you think based on which camp you're part of. So can everybody else. Big thinkers smell and read other big thinkers. If you're urgent and want to get things done fairly quickly, you're in the big thinkers camp. If you got all the time in the world, you ain't part of the big thinkers camp. You get to pick and choose. By the way, this may be the one thing you need to shift going into 2023. If you got value from this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I got a video to give you. I did 7 years ago. How big you think. If you've never seen this, how a big thinker thinks, click here to watch that video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.